Welcome to Best Notes, where weather stories turn into unimaginable spectacle. This is the top 10 most terrifying natural disasters that you should watch. Get ready for a thrilling journey through devastating storms and catastrophic disasters. From the giant hailstorm that jolted a peaceful French town awake to the brutal typhoon that left Osaka submerged in water. Follow the dramatic developments as cities face the uncontrollable forces of nature. Will these areas be able to recover, or will they remain forever as witnesses to destruction? Don't take your eyes off the screen, because Best Notes will bring you the most breathtaking moments right now. Top 1. Hailstorm in France. Decazeville, a small town in France that perhaps was once only known for its pleasant weather, akin to the warm embrace of spring, found itself under siege on July 11, 2024, by an unexpected foe from the sky. Hailstones as large as tennis balls fell, turning the once peaceful streets into raging rivers, sweeping away everything in their path as if someone had turned on a supercharged faucet and forgotten to turn it off. The town's properties, which previously only needed a fresh coat of paint for renovation, now looked as though they had just endured a wrestling match with nature and clearly lost. Decazeville was plunged into darkness, not just physically, but also spiritually. More than 100 firefighters were urgently deployed. They were like modern-day warriors, striving to combat the wrath of the heavens. Can these efforts restore the town's former tranquility, or will Decazeville become a new symbol of nature's boundless power? Don't switch off just yet. You won't want to miss the dramatic developments in this intense battle. Top 2. Typhoon Jebi in Japan. Typhoon Jebi landed in Japan in 2018, like a giant sumo wrestler charging into the ring, shaking the entire Osaka region. Jebi blew away the peace of Osaka with the force of rain pouring down like a waterfall and winds strong enough to turn a car into a toy. The Osaka area became the epicenter of the storm. The streets quickly transformed into makeshift rivers of floodwater. But this was no virtual reality game. The damage to property? Devastating. Transportation? Paralyzed. Infrastructure torn apart by Jebi like a piece of scrap paper. Amidst the howling winds and torrential rain, the lights, once a beacon of hope in the darkness, gradually faded, leaving Osaka like an abandoned city. Top 3. The storm in Warsaw. On July 19, 2015, Warsaw, a city renowned for its mild climate and gentle springs, suddenly found itself at the mercy of an incredibly powerful storm. Imagine yourself savoring a hot cup of coffee, gazing at the clear blue sky, and then, without warning, the world seems to change, as if a gigantic black blanket has covered Warsaw. Suddenly, a lightning bolt, swift as a flash in a photo studio, tears through the tranquil atmosphere, jolting the entire city awake. Can you feel the chill? Top 4. Tornado in Lincoln. Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, where the weather isn't just a casual topic of conversation, but an endless adventure. Here, you don't just need a thick coat for winter and sunscreen for summer. You also need a heart strong enough to face storms that seem straight out of a Hollywood movie. Imagine this. You're sitting comfortably at home, sipping your morning coffee, when suddenly the sky darkens, as if someone has just pulled down the stage curtain, setting the scene for a terrifying performance. In mere seconds, a powerful tornado sweeps through, tearing apart a building as easily as you might rip a sheet of paper, leaving behind a scene that looks like the aftermath of an action film. Top 5. Storm in Florida. We're watching a blockbuster disaster film, but this time it's not Hollywood. It's real life. On October 10, 2018, Hurricane Michael, a true force of nature, barreled into the Florida Panhandle. Can you imagine it? A storm with winds reaching 160 miles per hour, as if someone had cranked a Category 5 fan up to maximum, throwing everything in its path. The aftermath was unbelievable. Houses were flattened like a game of Jenga that's been smashed. Trees, no matter how sturdy, were uprooted and tossed around like toothpicks. And the entire area experienced a total power outage, as if someone had hit the off switch on the enormous control panel of an entire city. But Michael didn't stop there. It swept everything away, inundating the area with water and leaving behind a trail of devastation that will make you wonder, is this really our planet? Top 6. Landslide in India. On August 24, 2023, in a small village in the Himachal Pradesh state of India, the usual tranquility was shattered by an unexpected landslide. Imagine living in a place where just a small lapse in attention could cause an entire mountain to come crashing down. Yes, this village was situated right at the base of a mountain with a long history of landslide. What's frightening is that this area could be one of the most dangerous landslide zones in the world. Fortunately, the local residents had a premonition of sorts. They had noticed unusual cracks appearing weeks before. Perhaps due to their experience living under this colossal beast of a mountain, they quickly evacuated. And when the mountain finally exhaled a catastrophic landslide, everything was empty. No one was left trapped. Once again, nature reminded us of its power and left us questioning, do we really want to build homes at the foot of such a ferocious mountain? Top 7. Typhoon in Japan. Japan, the land of cherry blossoms, is today facing one of the most terrifying typhoons in decades. This is not just a gentle breeze rustling through blooming cherry trees. Typhoon Shanchan is wreaking havoc, plunging over 200,000 people into darkness with power outages. Oh dear. Imagine this storm coming ashore like a colossal beast. Even as it weakens, it still unleashes howling winds, ferocious ocean waves, and rain pouring down as if the sky is emptying the entire ocean onto the earth. The aftermath? At least 3 people have lost their lives, dozens are injured, and more than 5 million people in the southern region have been forced to evacuate in haste. Top 8. Hailstorm in France. Imagine strolling under the vast blue sky of France, when suddenly, instead of a scene from a sci-fi movie, chunks of ice start falling from the sky in a sudden hailstorm sweeping across the land. What is happening to this romantic country? Fierce thunderstorms are rolling in, bringing with them hail and lightning that seem determined to turn France into a battleground of nature. Oh my goodness, can you imagine it? A powerful storm with winds so fierce they could toss everything in their path, from the sunny south to the chilly north. Add to that torrential rains that could turn ordinary roads into raging rivers in the blink of an eye. Floods and landslides, arriving without warning, like an intruder in the night, can completely disrupt your plan. Top 9. Hurricane Delta, Mexico. You're standing in the heart of a small town in the American Midwest as the most powerful storm named Delta makes landfall. Now, you might be wondering, what's happening to my city? Let's find out together. Oh my goodness, the wind is howling and the rain is pouring down as if someone just turned on a giant faucet in the sky. You can see stop signs being blown away and debris speeding down the streets. This isn't just an ordinary storm. It's so intense that it has forced 4,000 people to evacuate. Yet there are still some who have stayed behind and are trying to weather the storm. The winds are so strong that they could blow away anything, from rooftops to road signs. And if you think we're in a safe spot, you're mistaken. This is the worst storm ever. Top 10. Tornado in Dolores. Peaceful town with over 177,000 gentle residents, where daily life flows as smoothly as a river. That was Dolores, a small city in southwestern Uruguay. But suddenly, in April 2016, Dolores was no longer an unknown name. It became the focus of the world. It all started around 4:11 p.m. when a terrifying tornado struck, bringing with it winds ranging from 136 to 200 miles per hour, as if a giant was angrily blowing everything away in its path. A furious tornado tore through the town center, ripping off roofs and destroying the peaceful streets in the blink of an eye. Homes were reduced to rubble, leaving dozens of families without shelter. Over 200 people were injured, and what remained were just the remnants of a catastrophic disaster. Uruguayan Senator Guobatzi was shocked as he witnessed the scene. He told American reporters that it was as if an invisible monster had visited Dolores and wreaked havoc on everything. Churches, schools, symbols of peace were now nothing but fragments. There was nothing like it he had ever seen in his life. Can you imagine what happened? Dolores had become a costly lesson in the harshness of nature.